I'd to give all glory and praise and honor unto the Most High. And we're going to start with Matthew chapter 10:36. And it reads that a man's fool shall be day of his own household, man. And I was thinking about this when I was thinking about, why Yeshua HaMashiach said this, man. Because this was something that he stated, back then. And I was thinking about the prophets, the men that pushed truth in the ancient times, people probably didn't want them to speak up, their family members, other people around them, friends, things like that. People in their close circle, man. Family, their foes shall be day of his own household. And why was he saying that, man? Because like I said, the people around him didn't want them to speak the truth, you know what I mean? These were elected men of their time. So, all those men like Elijah, Enoch, Jeremiah, etc., they were telling them like, hey, stop speaking about that, Elijah. Stop speaking about that. Moses, don't talk about that stuff no more, man. Why? Because number one, they probably wanted to fit in with the crowd. They wanted to fit in with the masses. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to distance yourself from those that's not fitting in, those that's not going along with the crowd. So basically that's what's gonna happen, man. Basically they wanted to conform, and he, like I said, he said this was gonna happen, man. There's gonna be division. There's gonna be division in the household, man. Division in the household. Why? Because of this truth, because of the word. And he said that's what he came to do, And you gotta remember too, like, a lot of people out here, they hate the people that speak the truth, but your very and I was thinking about it, your very existence, I should say their very existence is also based upon the fact that these people are still speaking the truth, they're still striving to do the right thing. And a perfect example of that, two perfect examples of that, is when the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and he destroyed the earth by flood in the time of Noah. I mean, what was preventing him from destroying, those places? Remember when Abraham was asking him when he was about to destroy it, he said, Abraham was and I can't quote this verbatim, but he was saying something like, hey, if there's still 70 people left, in Sodom and Gomorrah, will you still destroy it? And the Most High was like, no. And he kept going down. Hey, if there's 40 people left, will you destroy it? And he was like, no. If there was 30, if there was 10, people left, if there were 7 people left, will you still destroy, this place, And the Most High was like, no. If there's still somebody in there that's doing the right thing, if there was still somebody righteous in there that was doing the right thing, I'm not gonna destroy it, So he was holding back off the basis of, look, man, there's still somebody in there that's still doing the right thing, man. So those people were spared from his wrath, and you see in Noah's time, that also happened. Noah was spared and the rest weren't, so it was all based off, look, that one person still striving to do the right thing, man. That's what really kept the others alive until the Most High said, no, man, hey, time to take him out. Everybody's turned over onto wickedness, they gotta go, man. So this is what happened, man. A man's foes shall be those of his own household, man. They didn't want to be around those people that were speaking the truth, man. You see the same thing with Joseph and his brothers. They didn't like the fact that, look, he got those dreams from the Most High. They didn't like the fact that, those dreams, were probably, going to be the truth. These were foes of his own household, man. They didn't like the fact that he was favored by the Most High, favored by his father. So, these were foes of his own household that came up against him, man. And when you see little of the scriptures, when the Israelites, they strayed from the truth, that's what let them go into captivity so many times. Let's bring this verse up. Jeremiah chapter 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled, man? You know, and the Most High put this verse on my spirit, man. You know, and it kind of got me to thinking back to that last video I did where I talked about those people that didn't want to endure. So they always, whenever they left captivity, you know, and they were free now, the Israelites were free, they always wanted to go back onto the, you know, they always wanted to go back onto the other nations and make covenants and deals with them, man. And you know, I was thinking about this, man, and I was like, you know, like, damn. You know, and it got me to thinking, like, you know, a lot of I mean, like, a lot of times, you know, we like to look at the Gentile nations, the other nations, and, you know, and the things that they do. But, you know, from reading the scriptures, you can see, yo, a lot of our people, they wanna play second fiddle, man. You know, they love being in this captivity, man. You know why? Because, like I said, they sold out. You know, this is what Jeremiah is saying right here. Is he a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? You know, because, like, what's the Most High's plan for us? You know, rulership over the nations, man. We're supposed to be ruling nations. I mean, whoever holds that title of a Hebrew is ruling the nations, man. You know, now you got the converts over there in Israel. They're holding that title. They're the ones ruling the nations right now. You know, they're the ones calling the shots. They're the ones that's you know, in charge of these corporations. You know, in charge of these banks. You know, there was a lot of them. You know, the ones controlling the money. You know, so, you know, sometimes you can't really get mad at them, man, because you can see in the scriptures, like, look, they wanted to sell out. They wanted to chase after the ways of the heathen. So you can't get mad at them sometimes. But like the scripture says, you know, these people also turned on them, you know. And these are like they're also capable of turning on them. And these are, like, you know, all your celebrities that you have out here right now in this modern day age. You know, all your you know, all these guys that they have paraded around, you know, like your Chris Browns and your Janet Jacksons and your Beyoncés, and all these guys that, you know, that's highly esteemed in this world, you know, that bow down to them, you know, for the riches and fame in this world. You know, they're basically slaves to them. These guys are not free. You know, the Most High wanted us to be in rulership of the nations, man. But like I said, we don't want the truth. You know, we want, like, I say not all, but a portion of our people, we want to chase after the ways of the pagans, man. You know. So this is why he's saying, look, man, because they were going in and out of captivity, in and out of captivity, in and out of captivity. So he's saying, look, is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? You know, like, and you see right here now again, man. Even though they have all these money, these guys are still slaves to the to the Jews. You know, the converts. Oh man, is he a homeborn slave, man? Ecclesiastes chapter 10:7 said, "I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth." You know. And I forgot what prophet it was. Not this one that's speaking in Ecclesiastes, but you know what I mean, I think Solomon wrote this, but it was a prophet that the Most High was showing him the future, and I forgot his name. But he was looking into the future, man, and the Most High was showing him, you know, this state of the nations, you know, and he seen that a lot of the Gentile nations was ruling over everything, you know what I mean, and it made him sad, you know what I mean. It grieved his soul. You know, because, you know, what he was used to his people, you know, ruling. So, you know, and what he was seeing the princes, the kings, the mighty men of renown, the men of wisdom, you know, they were walking the earth as servants upon the earth, man. You know, it made him sad. Like, he wasn't used to this. Like, yo, what the hell is going on? You know. But this is what we want. because we despise the truth. And you know, like I said, you can't really get mad at the Gentiles, man, because they doing what they supposed to do. You know, spreading lies. You know, deception. You know, to making you go into secret societies, making you going against the word of the Most High. You know, and this is and like I said, they do this because they understand the scriptures. And this goes back to the conversation that you had with Balaam and Balak, when he said, "Hey, I can't curse these guys, but we could get them to curse themselves." You know, this is why they push all this degeneracy, because they understand the scriptures. Degeneracy is going to keep them in power. You know, because they understand the scriptures, man. This is why they do it. You know, before I couldn't understand, you know, but this is why they do it, man. Because they have an understanding of the scriptures. You know, they have an understanding of who's supposed to be in power. You know, they understand, like, look, if we get these guys to fall, you know, we can rule over them. You know, if we get them away from the Most High, we can rule over them. You know, we'll be in charge of all the nations. So the people that's ruling right now, they're basically Satan's elect, man. You know what I mean? You know, these are the elect of Satan, man. You know, remember what you do. Satan copies everything that the Most High does. These 13 bloodline families that they say is ruling everything, you know, what's that a carbon copy of? It's a copy of the 12 tribes. You know what I mean? But it's just Satan. That's just Satan, you know, elect ruling. But it's, you know, they got 13 families, and then, you know, we got the 12 tribes. You know, that's just Satan's Satan's virgins ruling the earth right now. You know, those 13 bloodline families is a copy of the 12 tribes. You know what I mean? So he has his elect set up right now. You know, so, you know, I just wanted to get this one off, man. You know, keep pushing the truth, man. You know, because the Most High wants us to, you know, be reestablished, man. And Lord willing, is gonna come, man. Just gotta be patient, man. You know, because the stuff that's happening to us right now, you know, it ain't supposed to be happening, man. We're not supposed to be, you know what I mean, you know, being chased around and beat up like this. You know, especially when you've been walking a straight line your whole life, following the rules, you know, doing the right thing. But because, you know, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, you know, this is what's going to happen to people that speak the truth. Why? Because Satan's elect is in power right now, you know. So you speaking the truth, hey, they're going to put you on a watch list. They're going to be following you around. They're going to make you out to be the bad guy. You know, they're going to torture you. They're going to do this, that, and the third. Why? Because Satan, you know what I mean, his elect is in power. His minions is in power right now, you know. But under the Most High's rulership, what do you think is going to happen? That power is going to be put into our hands, and we're going to have our foot on their necks. You know what I mean? The way it's supposed to be, the natural order of things, you know. Because, you know, anybody, the righteous ain't supposed to be, you know what I mean, be going through this, man. But because, you know, we disobeyed the Most High, you know, we going through this, man. You know, but don't sell out like others did because they didn't want to endure. You know, because they'll keep you happy to keep you a homeborn slave, man. You know, and that's basically what they've been doing. You know, like I said, a lot of these guys are that sold out. You know, it may look good on that side, but they're slaves, man. You guys walking around here, you have more freedom than them. You know, don't ever let them trick you out of your freedom. You know, so they'll keep you happy a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's what you see out here going on to keep you a homeborn slave, man. In the entertainment industry too. Give them a little money, but yeah, they're not really in control of their money. They're not really in control of it. You know what I mean? They can't really help out who they want to help out. you know, they're limited on what they could do, So they give you a little money or make you happy a little bit to keep you a homeborn slave, man. And that's also what this June 19th holiday they just passed, is about too, keep them a little satisfied, keep them a little happy, to keep them a homeborn slaves, man. And that's, that's holiday got Black Boule written all over it, man. Niggas doesn't want no damn holiday. To hell with that June 19th crap, man. You know what I mean? But like that's the perfect example of, like, keep them a little happy, to keep them homeborn slaves, man. Like Jeremiah said, is Israel a homeborn slave? Is he spoiled? So with that being said, all praises to the Most High, man. Keep pushing the truth, because the people that speak the truth is the one the Most High has his eye on, man. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the Most High is planning for us, to reinstate us back in power, not to be a homeborn slaves out here parading around like we got money and power, but we got to bend over the desk, and let some other executive go up our heads, tap us on the booty or whatever to get a record deal. So all praises to the Most High for that, man. So I'm out of here. Hopefully this was edifying.